Welcome back to Brick by Brick. I'm Sam Lyman, and today I'll be talking about mutual funds and how they can be a great asset to your investing portfolio. Over the course of today's video, I'll first be giving a suggestion of a mutual fund I recommend getting, and then I will be giving suggestions on where you can purchase mutual funds for the cheapest price, and then I will finally be giving some suggestions on if mutual funds are going to be a good asset to your investing portfolio. So the mutual fund I use the most often is under the stock ticker VOO. This is Vanguard's S&P 500 mutual fund, and it has gone pretty well for me. I started investing in it when I was a kid. I was probably about 10 years old, and with my parents' help, I sold my video games, well, the old video games, and I decided to buy that mutual fund. It's increased in value roughly 10% every year. So the nice thing about investing in mutual funds, as opposed to Lego or other physical investments, is you can put large amounts of money in there and you won't have to do much work. If I were to put that much money into Legos, I would have to find somewhere to store them, and I would make sure I needed to manage them properly to be good investments. But with the mutual funds, I can just put the money in there, pay an occasional fee based on the platform you use, and it'll grow about 10% per year. So over a 50-year period, there has never been an exception where the S&P 500 hasn't grown at least 10% a year. Even if you started it 50 years before the Great Depression and ended it in the Great Depression, it would still have made about 10% per year. So it's a pretty safe investment, but it's not the safest investment. So it can be a good source of income for long-term investments. So if you plan on retiring, that's the reason quite a few people use mutual funds as a way to help pay for their retirement, because they can put in money every year or so, and eventually that will accumulate to be enough to be worth to make them be able to retire. So mutual funds, I recommend purchasing them through Vanguard or Ameritrade. And I recommend investing in them if you have a longer time frame you're willing to wait before you sell off that investment in order to use the money. So mutual funds can be a great asset to your investing portfolio, and in most cases I recommend getting them, especially if you're younger and are going to be able to wait quite a bit of time before you sell off that mutual fund. Thank you. This has been Brick by Brick.